Good morning and hello, I'm Professor Cohn. This is the Forex Supermodel Racing Review for Thursday the 7th of April 2022. Look at yesterday's results then for Wednesday the 6th. We're at Lingfield on the all-weather at 4:40. It was a 6-runner race. We had a good go at that. Basically it was won by, Francesi, which we didn't think much of. It's pretty lowly rated and it's not that clever, to be honest. But nevertheless it won second favourite 3-1. And Monet's Sunrise, which was the odds-on favourite, came second at 5-6. So the front two won. So the market was technically right, and we were technically wrong. However, there's more to the story than that. So we ignored those two, and we also ignored this Morning Symphony #1, which came last at 150-1. So that was something we got right. And then we were left with three other horses: number 3, James Jude. Number 5, Red Kite, and number 6, Whirlwind. Now, we had a go at James Jude at 20-1 for 2 places off the basis of relatively weak front 2 and the fact that it had been off the track for over 150 days and gelded, and the previous race at Red Kite was reasonable. So these horses can improve, and in the end it belied its positioning, came 5th at 150-1. So that was a non-starter really. But the main two we were interested in was number 5, Red Kite. That came 4th at 10-1, drifted out, and that was a sort of marginal horse against the other two. But the one we really liked was this number 6, Whirlwind. It's an FTO, first time out, and it came 3rd at 4-1. We got you could get 7s on that all day really early on, and we had a quarter unit on that. Now we don't normally do this, but we don't normally scour the races for horses to keep an eye on in the future. That's not the way our modelling works. We normally sort of get the modelling from the race day onwards. But if you get the chance to look at the replay for Whirlwind, you'll notice 2 things. Well, 2 or 3 things really. For a start, we used to go racing quite a lot at the actual course, and this is exactly the type of horse we were looking for going forward. If you look at it, it's significantly. It's got the stature of a top class miler. It's got that sort of big chest, boxy, and it's angular. And it's basically got the right proportions of a top class miler. Now, it was the first time out. It was a relatively slow early pace to the race, and then they got going, and Whirlwind was tucked in sort of midfield really, and then it had this tremendous burst of acceleration, and you thought, well, here we go, and then they pulled it back a bit, and then it sort of ran level, and then it had another burst of acceleration, and then they pulled it back. Now, that showed us all we need to know. This Whirlwind, we'll be keeping tabs on that horse through the entries. At the moment it's not entered in anything. We've looked it up. It only ran yesterday, of course, and it will come up that race much sharper. That's the sort of horse that will pay in the future, and if depending on where they place it, that will be like a little gold mine, that horse. Whirlwind. It's a Hannon horse. It's got the right background. It's got the right owner, and excuse me. Anyway, so we did take something positive from the race. Arguably, that horse should have won that race against these weak front two. So, but of course, racing isn't exactly like that. But anyway, so we lost 3/4 of a unit, and we're now 54.75 units in profit overall on the account, having been at a peak of 61.5. So we've come down a bit, but we've had about 5 seconds at over 10-1, and we've been spreading the bets around, and nothing's clicked so far. But this Whirlwind is really worth a look. If you have the facility to look at your replays. See what we mean, and we'll keep tabs on it and let you know when it's coming out again. So anyway, that's that. So we've been whittering on about yesterday's racing, and there's good cause for that really. We've got no racing today. We've had a look at it. It's very scrappy. It's the start of the entry meetings. Lots of big fields, lots of roughness. Durham Park, there's a 1 mile 6 novice stakes race. With some good class horses in there coming out of the Irish Ledger, the English Ledger, and the Irish Derby. we've had a look at that and we still can't pull them apart. So we're not going to get involved with that. So we're going to have a day off the betting. And as I say, the big takeaway is yesterday, link through the weather, 440. Have a good look at that whirlwind. Have a real look at it if you get the chance. It'll pay dividends, and we'll let you know when it comes out. So thanks for watching, and goodbye.